plan with me as I get organized for Christmas. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking Christmas. I know it's only October, but these are the types of videos that sort of prompt you to get a move on, get the things done so that when December comes, you will be calm and have a wonderful, stress-free Christmas season. The whole of December will just be easy and fun and actually enjoyable. What I want to do with you today is take you through me filling out this planner and how I am going to use it this year. It kind of varies year to year, but this is basically how I do it every year. Of course, it's going to be different for you. It'll give you some ideas of what you can start with now to make things easier as we get closer to December. These are my planners. This one says 2020, but I do have a 2021 version of both of these. You'll see some of the pages as we go through a little later, but if you want this planner, then go click on the description below and get one for yourself. They're printable planners. There's lots of different pages and I'll go through those in a second, but you can customize them, print them full page or A5 like this, add pages, move pages around. It's super versatile. They're perfect to help you get organized for Christmas so you have a peaceful Christmas season. All right, let me flip through this one since we're going to be working this one so you can see them both. Ignore the 2020. There is an updated version for this year. We've got a pretty little cover because I would always say that I was going to make a pretty cover and then just never get around to it. And I have so many Christmas planners with blank covers. Then we have November and December calendars. Next up we have, these are my favorite pages and we're going to be going through those in mine in a second, but it's Dream Christmas, how you want your Christmas to look, then to actually what you can do this year. I've printed out 2 gift lists because I have a large extended family. We'll see that in the other one. And then again, I have 2 Christmas lists, 2 Christmas to-do lists because I have a lot to do. This is a Christmas card checklist, so you can design your own cards if you make them, or just all the things you need to do if you're sending out your own Christmas cards, and then a blank page. I've got lots of extra blank pages in here and you'll see how I use them, but you can print off as many as you want. So both of these are available in the description below. There, if you bought last year's, then you can just get the updated cover and calendar pages, or if you haven't gotten them yet, you can get the gingerbread and cocoa, which is ironically covered in chocolate, or the holiday animals. Now, before we jump into this one, if you want more details on how to turn the calendar pages, for example, or add pages, change the order of pages, or make it into a little A5 booklet instead of the full page, then I'm going to send you to last year's video that I did on the planners, and that's in the description below. I walk you through how I use each page and what I put on the blank pages last year. That might help you with what you want to put in yours. And then I also decorate that one. I'm going to decorate this one and put it in my planner. So that video will be coming out in a couple weeks, but if you want a little bit of inspiration for that before then you can check out that video. Okay, so I am not really going to put anything in here just yet because it's a little early. If I have some things that are coming up that are Christmas related, or I know I need to put aside a lot of time, then I'll put them in. But right now, they're not really too big of a priority. This is my favorite spread in the whole planner, and a couple of times I actually skipped doing this process and I could really tell the difference with how I felt about my Christmas season. If you don't have the planner and you want to follow along, then hit pause, go into the description below, buy your planner, print it out, and come right back. I'll wait here. Got it? Okay, so what you need to do on this page is to brainstorm. Now this is your dream Christmas, so anything goes. Whatever you would absolutely love to have on a Christmas, I want you to put it here. If you'd love to go to Bali and just ignore all the responsibilities just for a year, write it down. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen, but when you write it down, maybe in 5 years it'll happen, maybe in 10 years, maybe next year. Put down what you want from Christmas. Then once you have the big dream Christmas, then we're going to funnel out the stuff that won't work this year and decide what we're going to do this year. So let's start with this one. It doesn't have to be just activities. Other things that I've put in the past is having grateful children on Christmas morning. Sometimes my kids would just not say thank you to their grandparents and I was super embarrassed. So having that on this list made me realize that I need to schedule in a talk with my children on how to be grateful. while I was doing that, I had some Christmas music on my phone, so that's a really good idea if you want to put on some Christmas music while you are brainstorming. Now, some of these things on here are just not going to be possible this year, and that's okay because you've got it down here and you can do that in future years. Some of these things are going to be traditions that you've done year over year, but maybe you have a really busy year this year and just this once you're not going to do those traditions. It's okay to skip a tradition every once in a while. If you love it, you can bring it back. If it's a tradition that you don't like, it's okay. I'm giving you permission. It's okay. You can get rid of it. You don't need to do things that you don't like to do at Christmas. Sometimes that's hard with extended family. Sometimes you just need to do it. Sometimes you can do it a different way or do it a way that makes you happy. My sisters-in-law, do you say sisters-in-law or my sister-in-laws? No, my sisters-in-law and I, we tend to do things so that we actually enjoy ourselves as well. Okay, so don't cross off anything that you're not going to do, because that's like telling the universe, I don't want those things. Leave them there and they may happen in a future year. But what I want you to do for this year is to highlight or take a colored pencil or something. And you can see here, I should have said this before, but I did mind maps to sort of section things off and have sort of branches of different things. This is the way I do things. Mind maps really help, even though I'm a list person. So I'm going to switch things over to maybe a list here. Let me get a highlighter. Okay, so I have some highlighters. So what I'd like you to do is to, first of all, highlight all your non-negotiables in one color. And then second of all, you're going to take the would be nice to haves and highlight those. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to speed it up, put my Christmas music back on. Next, what I want you to do is take your non-negotiables, list those out first, and then the nice to haves will be at the bottom of your list. So you're going to start with the most important things at the top and then work your way down to the things that would be nice, but if they don't happen this year, it's okay. Okay, so once you have your list, this is what you're going to come back to in the next couple of months and take your to-dos from this. You're going to start with the top ones and then filter down, and the nice to haves may not happen, but you have your priority things at the top of the list is what you're going to tackle first. And then you can just put things on your to-do list as they come. I haven't put anything in this yet. I've just been using my main to-do list for the week, and this I usually just move completely out of my regular planner and into this come mid-November. So I will start putting things into this now so that I know things that as they pop into my head that I need to start doing. If you are enjoying this video so far, please give it a big thumbs up. Next week we are going to be back with more Christmas things that you can put in this to-do list so you can get ready for Christmas a little bit early to have a more peaceful Christmas season. Make sure you're subscribed and have the notifications turned on so you don't miss that. Okay, I have a little note to myself in pencil there of something that I've bought for my children, but they don't know, of course. These 2 pages is where I will brainstorm gift ideas for my husband and my children, and also myself, because I like to make a wish list. Kids aren't the only ones who can make a wish list. I'll write everyone's name and then brainstorm underneath in pencil, and then once I know for sure, I will put it in pen. Now, the next page, I do have some things written in pencil, so I'm going to take this back out just to go through it. Oh wow, I opened right to the right page. So this list has a place for a name for everyone on your gift list, their likes and passions. Having that there will help you then brainstorm gift ideas. Maybe you have an idea already, you can skip those. But if you are stuck for an idea for a gift for this person, these two columns are really helpful. And then you have a place to check off when you've got it, wrapped it, and sent it. And if you're like me, I love to check things off to say that things are done and dusted. And if you have a big family like me, you can print off 2 pages, sometimes even print off 3. Next up are the Christmas card pages. And like this, I have brainstormed list on Post-it somewhere else. I knew I was making this video, so I haven't filled this out yet, but I know what I'm doing for our cards, and I've done a few of these already. But I like to surprise my friends and family with my cards, and I try to outdo myself every year. It's getting harder and harder, so I want to keep it a surprise. So I haven't filled that out yet, and I'm not going to do it on video because I want to keep it a surprise. But you have different things that you can do. Whether you're making your own cards or just sending them out, this can be really helpful. If you are buying your cards, you can skip some of these steps, but most of them are for either one. So now we come to the last 3 pages which are blank. These change for me every year, but the biggest thing that I like to keep track of is online orders, because buying things online just makes Christmas that much easier for me, especially for my family in Canada. This way I know what I've ordered, what's coming, what has arrived, and it's a lot easier to keep track than having to check my emails every time I want to know if something's arrived. Another thing that we do for family and godparents is the children make calendars, but they're getting a little old and I haven't decided if I'm going to do it this year. This was one thing we skipped last year, so I'm going to leave this blank until I decide. There's chocolate everywhere. You can see that I'm using this because it's been on my kitchen windowsill. Okay, so this is probably my favorite page. I come here often when I have a spark of inspiration, and this is ideas for resolutions. And this is sort of a precursor to my 100 things list, and I usually write a list of 100 things that I want to do in the upcoming year. Not that they all get done, they're just ideas that will spark the process into what I'd like to do in the coming year. So that usually goes in my regular planner so I can look at it throughout the year, but this sort of sparks the idea, gets things going, and then I can transfer the ones I really want to do into my 100 things list, and then I keep adding to my list until I get to 100. Remember, if you want to get yourself a Christmas planner without the chocolate, you can get the gingerbread and cocoa version or the holiday animal version, and the link to both is listed in the description below. You can get the full planner or just the updated covers and calendars for 2021. Also, I extended the cart for this month's treasure box because I was not feeling well last week. I didn't get my unboxing video out on Sunday. Actually, it went out Wednesday, so I'm giving you a little bit more time to watch that video and decide whether you want to jump in. The cart is open until tomorrow night at midnight, so you have time. Pop over there and subscribe now. It is a cozy autumnal box and you're going to love it. There's a great DIY, lots of ways for you to take some time for yourself. There's a link in the description below for the unboxing video if you want to see what's in the box. If you don't want to see what's in the box, add that to your watch later list and come back once your box arrives on your doorstep. Next week, we are still talking Christmas. I've got some ideas of things that you can do to get organized early to help your December run a lot smoother and for you to have a stress-free, peaceful Christmas season. So we're gonna have a little chat, so make sure you have the notifications turned on so you don't miss that. And then the week after that, we're going to be setting up this planner with a cover and all the fun stuff, decorating it and putting it into my Outliner planner. Stay tuned for that video, which will be coming in 2 weeks. So both... Why are there so many airplanes tonight? I wish I was going on an airplane. Man, I want to travel. Then we move... Hello? Why is that not focusing? Hello? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. You can do that here by clicking on my little face. Here are 2 more videos that I think you will like. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me the Christmas tree emoji in the comments below. Have a fantastic day and happy planning.